Alright, let's head back to reconvene with everyone else with our findings. Alright, here we are. Okay, gang, got a few information about the Ragnar King. Well, I guess I'm the first one to arrive as per usual. Artorius, what were you able to learn? Well, for starters, we found about the Ragnar King and a few other things, not to mention I found this sculpture too. A copy of one of the scriptures, you say? A moment, wow, I skimmed over it. And then 2 hours later... I see. This chapter appears to be a record of the reconstruction of the great image of Ragnar, written in a style that suggests folklore was committed to the parchment. When the deluge of the sixth annual calamity threatened Eurasia, the ancestors of the Alamegians were guided to safety by a comet. Man, I hope it's not anything to do with Sozin's comet like the one in Avatar. Believing that it was sent by Ragnar, they came to hold him in the highest. This much is of the tale I had been familiar with. But according to the scriptures, among those refugees who followed the comet, some claim to have caught the sights of the Ragnar himself. Their accounts were passed down through the centuries, and worshippers of the destroyer pieced them together to give the shape of your yonder statue. I must say, it bears more of a pressing resemblance of the beings we encountered. Where did the Ragnar are primal, the explanations of the similarities would be simple. But... that is, the statue give rise to an undeniable interpretation of Ragnar's appearance, which in turn leads to a form to the primals. However, this fails to account for what inspires the likeness in the first place. If the scriptures is to be believed, it was the sighting during the sixth annual calamity. Yet, for those witnesses to be able to recognize Ragnar, they would need to be agreed upon the idea of his appearance beforehand. If we then consider the theory of the 12 worship, then it already exists in the third Astro era. It will not be ridiculous to think that these divinities exist even prior to that. So the question is, did these beings give rise to their respective fate, or are they primals born from them? I thought we made it clear. We are not summoning of beings. Wait, what? I thought they only appear in their realm, but I guess they did outside their realm. Oh, okay, they use familiars to physically form themselves here. Since the time immemorial, our domain had laid scattered across Eorzea. As a matter of fact, one of those which you set foot is nearby. This is not unusual for mortals to glimpse us. That voice! Could it be?
Indeed, I am Byregot, and the hawk beside me is Ragnar. I shall elaborate upon my master's explanation. Don't disguise yourselves! We wish to observe the world without, for being seen in our true forms. We would violate the laws of conduct. Yet true were similarly disguised of a simulacrum, veiled in illusion, when unknown to manifest when we are surrounded either is unstable. In much time, in such time, such a mortal be chance to be near, they may eventually catch sight of us. Of course, during the Umbo calamity, a direct imbalance occur on a star-wide scale, an ideal condition for seeing the Phantom Realm. Precisely! How many times has it been we share our ways of knowing, but that sounds assumption to make. Well, Byregot, I believe that much shall suffice it by the way of apology for our deception, shall we? Indeed! This is all we are at liberty to reveal. Very well, children of man!
Oh boy. Well, off they go. Aside from their reticence, when it comes to their identity and objective, these divinities are certainly approachable. You can say that again. If what they said was true, and their worship can be traced back to their sightings, it would serve to explain one thing. According to my research, in the field of comparative mythology, Ragnar is often reserved to bear many similarities to Ramu. Actually, I can see that, honestly, yeah. Assuming both were inspired by the Ragnars of the Phantom Realm. Their divergence may be attributable to differences in the cultures between man and self. So, do you believe that they gave rise to the paranormal fates in Eurasia? Well, that's one way of looking at it. Given available evidence, yes, I'm inclined to. Yet, none of this explain their presence. How and when did beings of such power came into existence? Oh, it's you, Krill. Have something happened? Truly? Very well. I should take care of it. So what did Krill want? Krill has recruited an acquaintance to aid in our investigation. Another authority on mythology. Ooh, I wonder who this could be. I must go and receive her at the Sunken Kwan, where she is currently conducting a field work. After a brief detour to prepare a little something. Conveniently, Talanan is home to countless variants of Nodhal. While I tend to my business, may I ask the two of you to make an inquiry in Alda? Very well, if I must. Excellent. I will join you as soon as I'm able. By your leave. Well, see you, Gaha, and I wonder who is this mysterious acquaintance that Quill recruited. I wonder if it's someone that I know. Pretty sure it might be, and either that or I might have forgotten the character altogether. So, it's just to be you and me in Aldo, right? I suppose it cannot be helped. Alright, next one is a face of an explorer. What strange manner of one who proposed the survey is so promptly abandoned it? I'm not gonna lie, I am not given to working one-on-one with another. But I suppose I'm agreed to this arrangement. Well, we best be on our way then. Yep, let's make our way to Oda. As I may recall, Mirlet's Circulium is still closed for construction, so let's try our luck at the Alzmet Ossuary. You have no objections of traveling separately, I trust? Good! I shall see you in Oda. Well, I'm pretty sure I'll beat you right to it, because I can just teleport there just like that. Alright, let's teleport to Oda. Alright, where are we going? Ah, we're going to the Thaumaturge Guild. Okay. Thaumaturge Guild. Ah, you're here. Later, I'm kind of late. I was really hoping I'll beat him to it, but I guess not. Of the dwarf twins, Nahal, here they worship. Thou who kept the realm from the dead and weighed the words of men's souls. And constant, Nahal keeps the world of the living and oversees their financial fortunes. Their names are borne by many of locations and religion organizations, and some extremely wealthy and powerful exist to assume the fate in them. On the surface, it may seem strange that a hub of commerce such as Alda could be home to such spiritual people, but it's actually quite logical when one considers that their religion is in essence commerce. In any event, Naldahal is truly unusual divinity. What was originally held to be one god came to be worshipped as twins. Indeed, rather than two distant entities, that which we encounter was singly being possessed by two personalities. I think we draw their attention. Did I mishear? Did he just say he encountered Naldahal? Oh god. And while his appearance differs somewhat to the divinity's worship, it cannot be denied that there are striking similarities in their nature. What? We're starting to attract more unwanted attention. Perhaps we should avoid talking about that here of all places. Perhaps we should avoid talking about that here since we're drawing too much attention. But forgive me, this is hardly the place for such conversation. Let us continue it elsewhere. Yeah, I think we should do that before coming here and blabbering about our investigation to the public. It was careless of me to openly speak of our encounter with the divinity within the place where he was worshipped. Hereon, I shall exercise greater caution. I thank you I thank you for alerting me to my indiscretion and ask that you keep it between us. Well, my lips are sealed. Now then, to finish our conversation, as I mentioned, though the Naldahal as worshipped by men appears somewhat different. There are undeniable similarities in their nature, and I believe we may report this much to Grahatia. With that, our work here is done. Rather than waiting for our companion arrive, perhaps we might seek him out at the sunken temple. He mentioned needing to make a detour. Where we are set off from now, we ought to be able to catch up with him. After all, we hardly know one another. Rather than loiter here to an unfamiliar person, it is better to use our time productively, Wouldn't you agree? Sure. Then let's head to the Sungo Temple of Kwan at once. Alright, head to the Sungo Temple of Kwan. No, wait. Go to... yeah, little amigo. Little amigo. Dee 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 doo. Alright, here we are. He doesn't seem right. You're here! Thank goodness! I found this moon collapse, though I can see no obvious injuries. By her attire, she appears to be a manner of a scholar.
Water, food in my bag, please.
I see. Artorias! May I trouble you to find her bag? I will stand lookout in the meantime. Sure, while you tend to her, I'll look for her bag. Which should be very nearby, somewhere. Wait, I think it's say it. No, it's not there. That's a NPC. Where is this bag? Should be around here somewhere. Oh, I see it. Found your bag. Examining the bag, you found a skin with a little water left. But it appears to be no provider. For now, you decide to take the water to the woman. Alright, let's go. So thirsty. So hungry. Oh. Well, here's your water. Not enough food. I need food. I have not saved dragged meat. Tapia's letter. Do you have anything else to consume? Well, I do have a couple food ingredients in my pocket. I can probably give that to her. Artorias? Derek? What are you doing here? Actually, that can wait. Steady, son of gimme! I brought you a Arkan loaf and Kovi, made sweet and creamy, just as you like it. I don't like the sound effects though. Jesus. Aha! I am reborn! Washing down with a sweet beverage, the life-giving nutrients of an Arkan loaf permeate my being from head to toe. Thank you, kind stranger. However you knew my perfumed source of substance, you're truly a godsend. Oh, is it you, Raha? What brings you here? I don't recall mentioning my field work. It is for my research in the Bandoline's worship of Azuma. You see? Have I heard from Krill? The students are presently investigating the 12, and we will prevail upon your expertise. May I introduce Shinogimi, expert mythologist. She is a collaborator of the students, and much like many Sirlian scholars, is passionate about her endeavors. to the point of forgetting to eat. Oof. Seeing as she has recovered, may I ask the two of you to tell her about the Phantom Realm?
Sure, why not? So, for starters, we met Ragnar the Destroyer and among other gods, and soon afterwards they decided to explore our realm using minions as their familiars because since they can't use their physical bodies in our realm.
The 12 abide in the Phantom Realm, and you exchange not only words with them, but blows besides? Incredible! And in your description of the domain, a tremendous tower in which one and sweltering city in another. Precisely as the heavens of lightning and fire are depicted in legend. In ancient times, worshippers of the 12 believed that there exist 7 heavens and 7 hells. Eternology has since established that departed souls return to the eternal sea. But it seemed those afterlife domains were more than just interventions. But it seemed those afterlife domains were more just inventions of mortal imagination. As the pursuer of the myths, I must say it feels somewhat anticlimactic to suddenly have those revelations given to me. But more than that, I am dying to know more, which is to say, please allow me to join in your investigation. We would, of course, welcome your presence. Without further ado, then, let us head to the Umpeleros. Krill await us there. Thank you guys for watching this recording session on Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, the Myth of the Realms, Alliance Raid Questline. If you have any comments, you can put them down below the video as well. If you like this video, please click the like button, it's very much appreciated. And if you're curious on whatever new videos are be coming to my channel, you can probably give it a look. And if you like the content that are be going there, you can probably subscribe. If not, that is alright, but if you're going to, don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified for future upcoming content that are be eventually being uploaded there as soon as we speak. And as per always, I have 3 projects which are currently ongoing, which are Final Fantasy XIV Raid, Trial, MCQ Rockets, Job Good Minutes Rounds, or anything that are related to 14 related. Secondly will be FGO and NA for Lost Build 1 to 5 and eventually 6 because it's coming out soon. The role videos, the challenge quests, the events, or anything that they are related to FGO and LA. And lastly, to say the least, Fire Emblem Tree Houses, which I'm steadily recording more videos of that because I'm really in the groove to finally finish that game. And eventually do Fire Emblem Engage, which is another attack that I'll probably take a look. I want to do it on my channel. And with that, this has been Ravensleep45. Take care, stay safe, and have a pleasant Final Fantasy XIV day.